bustling city of Lagos lived a young man named Jake, a 28 years old architect known for his innovative designs and meticulous attention to details. He had recently moved back to the city after spending several years working on high profile projects abroad. Jake's personal life had been relatively quiet. He was charming with a friendly demeanor and a smile that could light up a room, but his focus on work had left little time for romance. Emily, on the other hand, was a 25 years old graphic designer with a penchant for creativity and a free spirited approach to life. She worked at a design firm where her unique ideas and artistic talent earned her respect and admiration. Emily was vibrant and full of life, always finding joy in the little things and spreading her infectious energy to everyone around her. Their story began on a rainy Saturday night. Emily had decided to spend her evening at her favorite restaurant, a place known for its peaceful ambience. Just as she was about to leave, rain began falling heavily. As the rain poured outside, the cafe was a sanctuary of warmth and comfort, filled with the soft hums of conversations and the aroma of freshly made food. Emily sat at her usual table by the window, watching the rain splatter against the glass. She checked her phone repeatedly, frustrated by the poor network reception that prevented her from ordering a ride home. The clock ticked away, and it was getting late. She knew she couldn't stay much longer. She needed to find a way to get home safely. As thought filled her mind, her eyes caught sight of a car pulling up outside the restaurant. A tall, handsome man stepped out, quickly followed by a young lady. The man, shaking off his umbrella, appeared to be talking and laughing with his companion as they made their way into the restaurant. The man was Jake, and the young lady was his sister, Lily, a university student studying psychology. Jake had promised Lily a night out to celebrate her recent academic achievements. They were close, often sharing their thoughts and supporting each other through thick and thin. Lily had always been protective of her big brother, wanting him to find happiness beyond his demanding career. As Jake and Lily entered the restaurant, Emmy's eyes followed them. She noticed how effortlessly Jake carried himself, his warm smile making him even more attractive. Lily, with her bubbling personality, seemed very happy. As they stood at the counter to order their food, Emily was in thought of how to approach them and ask them to give her a lift to her house. She struggled with the lines as she waited for them to get their food. As Lily and Jake were attended to, they paid for their package and walked out of the restaurant, holding hands and chatting. As they approached the exit door, Emily hurried to catch up with them. "Excuse me," she began, her voice slightly shaky. "I'm really sorry to bother you, but I noticed you when you arrived. I was wondering if you could please give me a lift. The rain is making it very impossible to order a ride, and it's getting too late. Please, I really need your help." Jake looked surprised but sympathetic. "Of course, we can help you. Where do you need to go to?" Emily let out a sigh of relief, gratitude evident in her eyes. "Thank you so much. I live just a few blocks from here." Jake offered Emily his umbrella. "Here, you can use this to stay dry while we walk to the car." Emily smiled gratefully. "Thanks. I'd rather walk while you use it." "I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you." Jake smiled. "If you insist." They walked out of the restaurant and entered Jake's car. The drive to Emily's apartment was quick. As they arrived, Emily turned to Jake, her gratitude evident in her eyes. "Thank you so very much, sir. I really appreciate your kindness and help." Jake smiled warmly. "I'm glad I was able to help. I am Jake, and this is my younger sister, Lily." Lily waved cheerfully from where she was. "Hi, Emily. You're welcome." Emily smiled back. "Thank you, Lily. I'm really grateful for your help." As she stepped out of the car, Emily turned to wave at them once more before hurrying into her house. Jake drove off, and as they arrived at their own home, Lily couldn't stop talking about Emily. "Bro, that girl we dropped, what's her name again? I've forgotten." "Emily," Jake replied. "Oh yeah, Emily. Did you notice how she kept thanking us from the restaurant all the way to our house? She thanked us at intervals. At a point, I thought something might be wrong with her. I was a bit scared. Jake laughed. Why would you think of that? She was just being appreciative. If it weren't for us, she might still be there. She probably might have asked other people, but they couldn't help her. It was nice we helped. Yes, bro, I'm glad we helped her, Lily agreed. The following day was Tuesday, a very busy day for Jake. He had several architectural designs to complete for his clients and didn't want to miss any deadlines. Meanwhile, Lily was at home enjoying the holiday at her brother's house. Having just finished her exams, she spent her Tuesday watching movies, chatting on her phone, sleeping until she decided to step out to the mall. Emily, on the other hand, was on her off day. She woke up very early and started her morning with bread and tea. She spent her Tuesday tidying up her room, cleaning, washing, and putting things back in order after neglecting some chores due to her busy work schedule. After finishing her housework, she decided to go to the mall to get some foodstuff for a meal she planned to prepare. At the mall, she picked some few items, and as she turned into the produce section, she spotted a familiar face. It was Lily, Jake's sister, also shopping. Emily's face lit up as she quickly approached her. Lily! Emily called out, weeping to get her attention. Lily turned and immediately recognized Emily. She broke into a big smile and walked over. Emily, it's so good to see you again. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you, Emily replied warmly. Thank you so much for last night. I really appreciate you and your brother. You guys are lifesavers. Lily waved that off with her hands. Please don't mention. I'm glad we could help. What brings you to the mall today? Lily asked. I'm on a 3 days leave from work, Emily explained. So I thought to do some shoppings and get few things for the house. That's nice, Lily said. I'm actually on holidays and it's been so lonely. No one to talk to except my brother, but his work is so time consuming. We don't get to talk all the time. Lily explained. Emily smiled, but held back from asking why she didn't have any friends around. Instead, she offered, would you like some company? I could keep you company if you don't mind. Lily's eyes lit up with happiness. That would be so wonderful. I would love that, she said. They exchanged contact information and made plans to meet up the next day. Emily gave Lily directions to her house and they parted ways, both feeling excited. The next morning, Emily woke up early and tidied up her house, anticipating Lily's visit. She was eager to learn more about her new friend and spend the day with her. Around mid-morning, her doorbell rang and she opened to find Lily standing there with a cheerful smile. Hi, Emily, Lily greeted her, stepping inside. Hi, Lily, come on in, Emily said, leading her into the living room. Make yourself comfortable. They settled on the couch and began chatting. Lily talked about her school life abroad and how she has missed her close friends around. Emily asked, so you don't have any friends here in Nigeria? Lily shook her head. Not really. I've been schooling abroad, so most of my friends are there, and it's been so hard to make new friends here. Emily nodded understandingly. Well, I'm glad we met. I think we'll get along just fine. They spent the rest of the day talking about their lives, eating, sharing stories, and getting to know each other better. They laughed and bonded over common interests and experiences, and by the end of the day, they felt like old friends. Emily, I've had such a great time today, Lily said as she was getting ready to leave. Why don't you come over to my place tomorrow? I would love to return the favor and have you over. Emily smiled. I would love that, Lily. Thank you for the invite. The following day, Emily arrived at Jake's and Lily's house, excited for another day of fun. Lily welcomed her warmly and showed her around the house. Make yourself comfortable, Emily. We're going to have lots of fun today. They spent the day playing games, watching movies, eating, chatting, laughing, and cracking jokes. Emily learned a lot about Lily's life abroad, her studies, and her close relationship with Jake. I really envy your bond with your brother, Emily said. You two seem so close. Lily smiled. You're right. Jake and I are very close, especially since the death of our parents. We are the only family we have, and he looks out for me all the time. Emily felt so bad and was sorry for her loss. As the evening approached, Emily realized it was getting late. She thanked Lily for the wonderful day and promised to hang out some other time. When Jake came home that night, Lily was bursting with excitement. Guess who came over today, Jake? Jake looked intrigued. Who? Emily. You remember Emily? The girl we gave a ride the other night. Jake smiled. Of course I remember Emily. How did that happen? Jake wondered. Lily replied, I met her at the mall 2 days ago. We got chatting and we decided to meet again. Lily replied excitingly. That's interesting. I'm glad you now have a friend. I can always rest after a long day at work rather than talk. He laughed. Thanks to Emily for helping me out. So how was it? Jake asked. It was super amazing, bro. We had such a great time. We watched movies, played games, chatted, and I invited her again to the house. Jake nodded. I'm glad you both are getting along well. Yes, I'm glad so, Lily replied. You should hang out with us next time. Jake laughed. Maybe I will. As Lily headed to her room, she couldn't stop smiling. She felt like she had finally found a friend in Emily and was excited about their growing friendship. The following Saturday, Emily spent the day doing chores and preparing meal for the upcoming week. She moved about her apartment with purpose, making sure everything was clean and organized. Meanwhile, at Jake's and Lily's house, they were also busy with their household tasks. Jake and Lily worked side by side, chatting as they cleaned and cooked. Emily seems really nice, Jake said as he chopped the vegetable. She is. I really like her. She's genuine and down to earth, Lily replied. We had such a good time together. James smiled. I'm glad you found a friend. Bro, I was thinking of inviting her to your birthday party. What do you think? Well, that sounds great. I'd like to know her better. Weeks passed, and soon it was August 14, Jake's birthday. He planned a small celebration with family and a few friends. Lily, excited for the party, made sure everything was perfect. She also invited Emily, who seemed hesitant. Lily, I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to make it to your brother's birthday, Emily said over the phone. Please, Emily, I really want you to come, Lily pleaded. All right, I'll try, Emily said. On the day of the party, Emily called Lily with an excuse. I'm so sorry, Lily. I don't think I can make it. I'm not feeling well. Lily, sensing something was off, decided to drive over to Emily's place. She arrived to find Emily at home, listening to loud music, clearly not sick. Emily, why did you lie to me? Lily asked. You said you weren't feeling fine, but clearly you are. Emily looked embarrassed. I'm so sorry, Lily. It's just that I don't like parties. And I just feel like I'll be the odd one there because I don't know anyone there aside you. Lily walked over and hugged her. You don't have to worry about that. I'll be with you the whole time. Come on, let's find something nice for you to wear. After searching through Emily's wardrobe, they found a stunning outfit. Emily stepped out looking gorgeous, her transformation leaving her feeling more confident. When they arrived at the party, Jake was stunned upon seeing Emily. Is this the same Emily I met? She looks incredible, he said to himself. He walked up to her and approached her. Welcome to my party, Emily, Jake greeted her warmly. Emily, who had stopped by a shop to get a gift, handed it to Jake. Happy birthday, Jake. I hope you like your gift, she said. Jake was touched by her thoughtfulness. Thank you so much, Emily. This means a lot. The party was full of swing, people dancing, drinking, and eating. Jake, sitting with his friend, couldn't help but steal glances at Emily. She caught him staring at her from across the room and she felt really uncomfortable. She got up and went to find Lily. Is there something I can help you do? Emily asked Lily, trying to divert her attention. Lily smiled. No, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the party. Everything is taken care of. As the night wore on, Jake finally approached Emily. You look so amazing tonight, he said. Emily blushed. Thank you, Jake. You look amazing yourself. Your party is wonderful, Emily said. Thank you. I'm glad you came, Jake replied. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Yes, I am. It's been a lot of fun here, Emily said. After the guest had left, Jake realized he hadn't gotten Emily's number. He turned to Lily. Lily, can I get Emily's number? I would like to thank her for coming. Okay, Lily replied. Looks like someone made an impression. Jake laughed, slightly embarrassed. I just want to thank her for coming. As Lily sent Jake Emily's number, he couldn't help but smile, thinking about the next time they would meet. That evening, Jake couldn't shake off the memories of Emily from his mind. He picked up his phone and dialed her number. Hello, Emily answered. Hi, Emily, it's Jake. I hope I'm not calling too late, Jake asked. Oh no! Jake, it's fine. I'm just surprised you have my number. Jake chuckled. Lily gave it to me. I wanted to thank you again for coming to the party and for the lovely gift. It really means a lot to me. Emily smiled. I'm glad you like it. It was a great party and I had so much fun. I'm glad to hear that. Let me not keep you up so long. Have a good night, Emily. Sweet dreams. Good night, Jake, Emily replied, ending the call with a smile. The following morning, Emily woke up to a message on her phone. It was from Jake. The message reads, Good morning, Emily. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. It was great seeing you last night. Emily couldn't help but smile. Jake's words were charming and warm, making her feel so special. As the day went on, she found herself thinking about him more and more. That night, another message came through. Sweet dreams, Emily. I hope you had a good day. Emily fell asleep holding the phone, reading the message over and over. This routine continued for several days, with Jake calling, sending messages, even while she was at work. His texts were always kind and thoughtful, making Emily's heart race. She started looking forward to his calls and messages, realizing she was falling for his charms. One evening, Jake confided in Lily. I really like Emily, but I'm so nervous to ask her out on a date. Could you invite her over for dinner this weekend? Jake asked. Lily agreed, seeing how much her brother liked Emily. She invited Emily over, and Emily eagerly prepared for the evening. However, on the night of the dinner, Lily's boyfriend unexpectedly flew into town. She was so happy to hear that, and she left to see him, leaving Emily and Jake alone to enjoy their dinner. When Emily arrived at their place, she was greeted by Jake's warm smile. Hi, Emily, come in, Jake said, his heart pounding. Emily walked in, her heart racing. Hi, Jake. Where is Lily? Oh, she went to meet her boyfriend. He came into town today, so she left to be with him. It would just be us tonight, Jake said, noticing the flicker of nervousness in Emily's eyes. They sat down for dinner. As they ate, they couldn't stop stealing glances at each other. The air was thick with unspoken words. After the dinner, Emily helped Jake tidy up the dining area. Thanks for helping, Jake said, as they moved to the living room. Of course, Emily replied, sitting down on the couch next to him. Jake gathered his courage to ease the tension in the air. So, Emily, tell me more about yourself. What do you do for fun? He asked, hoping to start a relaxed conversation. Emily smiled. Well, I love drawing and designing. It's always been my passion. Jake was surprised. Really? I'm an architect. And I guess we share the love for design and creativity. I love sketching and working on new projects, Jake said. Emily smiled. That's good. They continued chatting about their lives, sharing stories about their works and hobbies. The more they talked, the more they realized how much they had in common. Both felt relaxed as the conversation flowed naturally. After a while, there was a pause. They found themselves staring at each other. Emily broke the silence. Jake, I've been meaning to ask, why do you keep sending me those heartwarming messages all the time? Jake felt his heart race. He tried to cover his nervousness. Well, because I care about my friends, he started. He could see from Emily's expression that she was looking for a deeper answer. He took a deep breath, decided to be honest. Emily, I send you those messages because I really like you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I didn't know how to tell you, so I had to show you through my messages. Emily's heart fluttered. She had hoped for this, but hearing it out loud made her feel a rush of emotions. I like you too, Jake. You've been so amazing. Your messages always made my day, and I looked forward to them, wondering if there was something behind the messages. Jake moved closer, holding her hands with his gaze locked on Emily. There was always something more, Emily. I've been drawn to you from the moment we met, and seeing you again at my birthday party just made me realize how much I wanted to see you every day. I really like you, Emily, and I would want you to go on a date with me if you're willing. Emily blushed. I would love that. As the night came to an end, Jake drove Emily to her apartment. Thank you for coming tonight. It means a lot to me, Jake said. Thank you for having me, Emily replied. Have a wonderful night. The following weekend, Emily and Jake went on their planned date. Jake had chosen an exquisite lounge, known for its quiet and beautiful atmosphere. He couldn't get his eyes off Emily. You look absolutely stunning tonight, he said. Emily blushed and smiled. Thank you, Jake. You look very handsome yourself. As they enjoyed their dinner, their conversation flowed easily. Jake decided it was time to be completely honest with Emily. Emily, I've been thinking about us lately. The thought of you brightens my day, and you mean the whole world to me. I can't imagine my days without you in them. Emily, make me the happiest man on earth by accepting to be my girlfriend. I promise to cherish you and love you with all my heart. Emily's heart raced. She had hoped for this moment. She stared at him for a while and took a deep breath and said, Jake, I feel the same way about you, and I would love to be your girlfriend. The tension ceased. Both were excited. Jake held her hands and thanked her, his face full of excitement and happiness. Jake stood up and gave her a big hug. After the date, Jake drove her home and asked to meet her the next day in his house. Emily agreed. The next day, Emily prepared to go to Jake's house. She chose a casual yet elegant outfit. She was excited to see Jake. When she arrived, Jake was waiting at the door, his face lighting up at the sight of her. Emily, I'm so happy to see you. Wrapping her in a warm embrace before she could even settle, he held her tightly, looking into her eyes. You make me so happy, Emily. I really love you and I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Emily smiled. I love you too, Jake. Just then, Lily walked in on them hugging and started clapping, her face lightening with joy. What is going on here? She asked playfully. Emily felt embarrassed and Jake shared the good news with his sister that they are now in a relationship. Lily couldn't control her excitement. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest news I've ever heard. Now I have a big sister and a friend, she exclaimed, hugging both of them. Lily prepared the dining while Jake and Emily sat at the couch, cuddling each other as they waited for the food. Emily held Jake's hands, her eyes filled with emotions. Jake, I love you so much, she said. Jake kissed her hands. I love you too, Emily, and I promise to cherish and protect you always. They sat in the comfortable silence with the warmth of their newfound love surrounding them. When Lily called them to the table, they shared a meal filled with laughter and joy. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed this story. Please do also like, share, and subscribe to Substance TV. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.